Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Chelsea drop double transfer. Hint, in 2025-26, away kit launch, amid Victor Osimhen and Nicholas Jackson. Transfer rumors. Chelsea's unveiling of their sleek new away kit for the 2025-26 season was always going to draw attention, but few could have predicted the double-edged message buried within it. Beyond the bold new design, fans and pundits alike have picked up on what appears to be a subtle but deliberate nod to the club's upcoming transfer plans, and potentially their stance on two of the most talked-about forwards at Stamford Bridge, Nicholas Jackson and Victor Osimhen. The club officially launched the away strip on Thursday morning with an elegant, retro-inspired design crafted by Nike. The off-white base, intersected by 4 dark military green and 4 red stripes down the middle, is a modern homage to Chelsea's 1974-75 away kit. While the visuals turned heads, it was the selection of players used to model the kit that really got tongues wagging. Spotlight on Nicholas Jackson and Noni Madueke. In the promotional images circulated across Chelsea's social media and website, 2 names stood out immediately: Noni Madueke and Nicholas Jackson. Both young stars have been the subject of exit rumors in recent weeks, yet their inclusion in the official kit launch has prompted speculation that the club is doubling down on its commitment to keep them. Traditionally, players featured in kit unveilings are expected to be central figures in the club's plans for the upcoming season. While not a binding indicator, the marketing strategy often reflects the club's internal stance towards certain players. In this case, Chelsea's choice to place Madueke and Jackson front and center could very well be a message, both to the fans and to potential suitors, that the club views these two as part of its core going forward. Nicholas Jackson, still Chelsea's number 9? The situation surrounding Nicholas Jackson has been particularly curious. The Senegalese forward arrived at Stamford Bridge last summer and, despite an occasionally raw and inconsistent debut campaign, he managed to find the back of the net regularly, and without the help of penalties, something that earned him quiet plaudits internally. However, Jackson's future has been thrown into question with the club's aggressive pursuit of reinforcements in the forward line. Chelsea recently signed highly rated English striker Liam Delap for £30 million and continue to be linked with Hugo Ekitike and Napoli's talismanic striker Victor Osimhen. Such moves inevitably raise questions about Jackson's role under new head coach Enzo Marresca. But if you listen to Marresca himself, those doubts may be misplaced. My perfect number 9 is exactly Nico Jackson, Marresca said in an interview back in April. If we can have a copy of Nico, it's okay. I've said many times, and you can see as well, with Nico, we are a better team. Those aren't the words of a coach ready to offload a player. In fact, they're the words of a manager who sees Jackson as integral to his system. Someone who understands movement, presses aggressively from the front, and offers versatility in and out of possession. It's clear that Jackson's game, beyond just his goals, is highly valued by the new coaching regime. Victor Osimhen. Rumors refuse to fade. Yet despite the public vote of confidence in Jackson, the Osimhen chatter continues to gain momentum. The Nigerian forward, coming off another prolific season with Napoli, is viewed by many as the elite-level striker Chelsea need to take their project to the next level. At 26, Osimhen combines experience, European pedigree, and physical dominance, all of which have made him a target for Europe's top clubs. Chelsea's pursuit of Osimhen, however, is complicated. His release clause sits north of £100 million, and Napoli are not keen to negotiate a lower fee. Add to that Osimhen's own preference for Champions League football, and Chelsea's task becomes even steeper. But if a move were to materialize, it would drastically alter the striker hierarchy at Stamford Bridge. Jackson would have to accept a rotational role, which might not sit well with a player who just began establishing himself in London. Still, with Marresca's system potentially accommodating two mobile forwards, there may be room for both Osimhen and Jackson to coexist, particularly with a grueling fixture list that includes the Premier League, domestic cups, and potentially the Club World Cup final stages. Madueke staying put? As for Noni Madueke, the winger had been the subject of interest from a number of clubs in Italy and France, but Chelsea appear to be holding firm. The 23-year-old led all wingers at the club in goals last season, and with Raheem Sterling's form continuing to fluctuate, Madueke's presence on the right flank is more important than ever. Football.London has reported that Chelsea remain committed to Madueke and view him as a key part of their attacking unit moving forward. Chelsea told to pay €100 million for Rafael Leao as summer search for left winger. Continues Chelsea's relentless pursuit of a dynamic, right-footed left winger this summer has hit yet another snag. And this time, it's a familiar name. Rafael Leao. Long admired by the Chelsea hierarchy and often mentioned in the corridors of Stamford Bridge as a dream target, the Portuguese international has once again entered the conversation amid ongoing transfer frustrations surrounding Borussia Dortmund's Jamie Bino Gittens. After 3 failed bids to secure Gittens, who remains Chelsea's priority target, the Blues are now exploring alternative options as they aim to reinforce their wide attacking areas ahead of the 2025-26 campaign under new manager Enzo Maresca. But if Chelsea thought Leao might present a more feasible alternative, they've been swiftly reminded that this path is no less complicated, perhaps even more so. AC Milan set price tag at eye-watering €100 million. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport via Transfer News Live, AC Milan have made their stance crystal clear. Rafael Leao will not leave San Siro for anything less than €100 million. That figure reflects Milan's valuation of the winger, who remains under contract until 2028, and their determination to keep him in red and black during the prime years of his career. This news, while not shocking to those familiar with the Italian club's transfer policy, comes as a major blow to Chelsea's summer strategy. The West London club are actively reshaping their squad with young, explosive talent. But such an astronomical asking price may prove impossible to justify, especially for a player whose end product continues to divide opinion. The Leao paradox: talent versus output. Few would dispute Rafael Leao's raw ability. On his day, he can be utterly unplayable. His blend of blistering pace, physicality, and one-on-one dribbling makes him one of the most exciting wide forwards in European football. But Chelsea, and many other clubs, are asking a simple question: where is the consistent end product? Leao's most productive Serie A season saw him bag 15 goals and 8 assists, helping Milan to their first Scudetto in over a decade. It was a campaign that showcased what he was capable of. However, since then, he's failed to hit similar heights. His last 2 domestic seasons have yielded single-digit goal returns, casting doubts over whether he has truly taken the next step to become an elite-level winger. For Chelsea, who have already splashed large sums on wide players such as Mykhailo Mudryk, Noni Madueke, and Raheem Sterling with mixed results, this is a red flag. It's one thing to pay a premium for a world beater. It's another to gamble 9 figures on a player who hasn't yet proven he can consistently deliver at the very highest level. Contract situation complicates move. Another major obstacle is Leao's contractual situation. His current deal at Milan runs until June 2028, leaving the Rossoneri in a strong negotiating position. They have zero pressure to sell and no risk of losing him on a free anytime soon. Without a release clause that Chelsea can trigger, Milan are fully entitled to demand a fee that reflects Leao's value to their team and their brand. Given Chelsea's current financial position, under increased scrutiny due to profit and sustainability regulations (PSR), a €100 million outlay on one player would represent a massive financial stretch unless major sales are completed first. Chelsea's winger dilemma. Where do they go from here? With Gittins' negotiations still unresolved and Leao seemingly out of reach, Chelsea are rapidly approaching a critical juncture in their summer planning. The need for a left winger remains urgent, especially after the club declined to activate another loan spell for Jadon Sancho, who returned to Manchester United after a mixed half-season at Stamford Bridge. So far, none of Chelsea's current options on the left have fully convinced. Noni Madueke has shown flashes of brilliance but remains inconsistent. Cole Palmer, while a revelation, is more effective centrally or off the right. Chelsea are desperate for someone who can unlock defenses, create in isolation, and score goals, all without compromising on tactical discipline. With Gittins still being pursued, albeit slowly, and Leao proving too expensive, other names have entered the fray. Garnacho, Gittins, and the search for a star. One such name is Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United. The 20-year-old Argentine has emerged as another potential target, with reports linking him to a possible shock move to West London. However, this remains speculative at best, with no formal approach reported as of yet. United would be reluctant to sell, and Garnacho's importance to their long-term vision under Erik ten Hag is well known. Chelsea are also exploring under-the-radar targets, focusing on young, technically gifted wingers from across Europe. Breaking news: Chelsea close in on Hugo Ekitike in €30 million transfer as deal nears completion. In a stunning turn of events that could shape Chelsea's attacking future, the club has taken a major step forward in their summer transfer business by moving closer to securing the signature of highly rated French striker Hugo Ekitike. According to Sky Sports News, representatives of the 21-year-old Reims forward have held further positive talks with the West London club, paving the way for a deal that could be wrapped up as early as next week. Sources close to the negotiations have confirmed that Ekitike's agents were granted official permission to speak to Chelsea, with both parties now working diligently to finalize the details of a proposed €30 million transfer fee. The agreement would see Ekitike sign a 5-year contract, signaling Chelsea's belief in the long-term potential of the young striker and their intent to make him a cornerstone of their new attacking era under incoming head coach Enzo Marresca. Ekitike agrees personal terms. Deal edges closer. In what is being seen as a crucial breakthrough, Sky Sports has also reported that Ekitike has already agreed personal terms with Chelsea. The Frenchman's salary package, bonuses, and length of contract have all been verbally agreed upon, meaning only the final club-to-club paperwork and minor formalities remain before the deal becomes official. Ekitike's arrival would be one of the headline stories of the 2025 summer transfer window, which officially reopens on June 16th. With the Blues eager to hit the ground running, they've wasted no time in identifying and pursuing targets who align with Marresca's high-intensity, front-foot tactical vision. Who is Hugo Ekitike? For fans less familiar with the name, Hugo Ekitike is no stranger to the European football spotlight. He burst onto the scene during the 2021-22 League One season with Stade de Reims, showcasing an incredible mix of pace, instinctive finishing, clever movement, and technical flair. His eye-catching performances earned him a big move to Paris Saint-Germain, although opportunities in a star-studded squad were limited. Despite limited minutes, Ekitike's raw talent was undeniable, and Chelsea believed that under the right system and manager, the French striker can blossom into one of Europe's elite forwards. His combination of athleticism, tactical intelligence, and hunger for goals makes him a perfect candidate to spearhead a Chelsea attack that has too often lacked consistent threat and fluidity. What Ekitike brings to Chelsea's front line: Chelsea's need for a new striker has been a recurring theme in recent transfer windows. While the club has experimented with a number of different options up front, from big money moves like Romelu Lukaku to academy talents like Armando Broja, the Blues have yet to find a reliable goal scorer who fits seamlessly into their playing style. Ekitike could be the answer. At just 21 years of age, he possesses the raw attributes and football IQ to grow into a complete forward. His natural finishing ability inside the box, combined with his intelligent off-ball movement and ability to stretch defenses, gives Chelsea a much-needed edge in the final third. He is also comfortable dropping deep to link up play, making him a versatile weapon in Marresca's possession-based fluid system. What sets Ekitike apart, however, is not just his technical skill, but also his swagger and confidence on the ball. He plays with the fearlessness of a street footballer, always willing to try something bold, always believing he can make something happen. That kind of mentality is exactly what Chelsea have lacked in tight games where a moment of brilliance is needed. Fans react. A buzz of anticipation around Stamford Bridge. Unsurprisingly, the news of Ekitike's imminent arrival has sent Chelsea fans into a frenzy on social media. Twitter, Instagram, and fan forums are awash with excitement, analysis, and welcome messages, with many supporters hailing the potential signing as a statement of intent from the club's ownership. One fan wrote, "Ekitike is the type of signing we've been crying out for. Young, hungry, skillful, and something different. Can't wait to see him at Stamford Bridge." Another posted, "Finally a striker who plays with confidence and movement. Pair him with Madueke and Nkunku, and we've got something cooking." For Chelsea, fan energy and optimism around a signing like this can be invaluable, especially after seasons of underachievement and managerial instability. With Marresca bringing in a fresh tactical vision and a long-term development plan, players like Ekitike represent a new dawn. Chelsea's transfer window strategy. Taking shape, Ekitike's near completion is the latest sign that Chelsea are not waiting around this summer. Club officials have clearly learned from recent missteps and are now targeting players who not only offer quality, but also fit the system being built by the new